After enduring the warmest June in almost 123 years, Northwest India is expected to receive above normal rainfalls this July. Now, according to the Weather Department, the overall rainfall over India is likely to be 106% of the long period average. Now, this comes as a really good news for the farmers, especially after an exceptionally dry June. Now, the sowing season has already begun, and especially for the farmers who are sowing paddy, it's a very crucial time, and above normal rainfall indicates that this is really going to favor the farmers this season. Now, the latest forecast suggests that the rainfalls are likely to be above normal over most parts of the country, except certain areas, especially Ladakh, parts of the eastern UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, as well as northeastern states where the rainfall could be subpar. Now, this is slightly good news for the northeastern states, as the entire states have been really hit by devastating floods over the last 1 month. The Weather Department also made it a point to highlight how exceptionally hot it was this summer. The number of heatwave days were the highest in almost 14 years. The heat waves lasted in over 4 spells, especially the spell that started around 17th of May, lasted over the northwestern plains till about 5th of June. This was one of the longest dry spells recorded by India in recent times. In fact, in the entire June, the average monthly temperature was at least 1.65 degrees Celsius above normal. Now, this indicates how the global warming is really affecting the local weather across India. June also recorded a staggering rainfall deficit. If you remember, the southwest monsoon, though it made an onset over Kerala 2 days early, it advanced over the southern states really well, but after 12th of June, the advance of the southwest monsoon really stagnated. From 12th of June till about 25th of June, the monsoon literally did not advance over the eastern states, and that is how the rainfall deficit over central India, the western parts of India, as well as northwest India was really high. It was about 32% over the northwestern states, because there was no rainfall recorded over June, except for the exceptionally heavy rainfall that we recorded in a few places, including Delhi. The Weather Department also highlighted how this time the weather has been exceptionally dry and warm because of the overall global conditions. Apart from global warming impacting the increased warming over India, there were other factors like the El Nino, which we talk about, which is warming of the equatorial Pacific Ocean. It's a good news that El Nino has faded now, and there are neutral conditions which is going to favor the monsoon in the coming few months. If you remember, the Weather Department had highlighted that this monsoon season is going to be really good and will bring above normal rainfall over the entire season, which starts in June and ends in September, compared to June, where we recorded an overall deficit of around 10 to 11%. There will be good rains in July, and as of now, the southwest monsoon remains in a very active condition. It has already advanced over major parts of the country and is expected to cover the remaining parts of Rajasthan, Punjab over the next 2 to 3 days. So that's all from the Weather Department as of now, and we are now waiting really for the monsoon to really kick in and bring good rains over the country. But also there's a warning sign for the hill states, especially the western Himalayan region, like the states of Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, as well as J&K, where the flood risk will also be high. This can also trigger landslides, and that is why we need to be cautious. Apart from that, the riverine floods in rivers like Godavari and Mahanadi could also be high this time, and the Weather Department has really alerted the disaster management officials as well as those of the dam management to ensure that this monsoon season does not wreak havoc over the country.